Welcome back to week 3, or part 3 of our gratitude. This is Laurel, and she'll probably gibber the whole time, and I'm sorry. And I'm Katie, and we are excited to talk about what we're grateful for. Anyway, so, like I said, she's probably going to just yammer on for like the entire time, and I'm sorry. Oh, your toe, did I hurt you? I'm sorry. But we are grateful for 2 things again this week. This week we're grateful for our veterans and for the wonderful service they provide for us, and their families and the sacrifice they give and the abilities they have to be able to overcome all the trials and obstacles they have. Being a military wife, I learned that it's not always as easy as it looks, and you're alone a lot, and you have to make choices a lot by yourself, and how to discipline. Okay. And you have to make choices about like how to discipline, how to treat your kids, and like then you have to figure out how to adapt to both of y'all. And when he comes back in, it's a hard life, and so I'm really appreciative of our veterans and the sacrifices they give. And like I know for my husband, Veterans Day is something that means a lot to him, and so I'm very grateful for the fact that we still have him and that he's still able to be here with us and to help our lives become better as well. And then I am also grateful for cardiologists and doctors, really, in general, but really I'm grateful for our cardiologist especially because after my daughter's appointment this last week, we were able to have such great news, and the cardiologist was so helpful and so kind. I always like it whenever the doctors forewarn us about like what's to come. I always like it when they forewarn us about what's to come. So like she sat and she talked to us about the fact that as Becca gets older, that she will have to do different kinds of checkups. So like her checkup won't just be an echo anymore. It'll be an X-ray to a CT to a stress test to a echo, or with an echo, and see it's just a whole bunch of stuff. And like it's so good that my doctor is willing to talk me through this now and prepare it for me now. I mean, Becca's only 6, so technically my doctor didn't have to. She didn't have to talk me through that. She didn't have to walk me through that and explain the process to me. But I really appreciate that. And I really appreciated the fact that she was willing to answer my questions and to re-explain things to me and to make it so that I didn't feel like my girls are playing upstairs. Can you tell? But do you want to go play? Okay, go play. But she's really good about making it so I don't feel like I'm asking obnoxious questions. She was really good about re-explaining things. Like, I didn't quite understand why we haven't been able to see Becca's left pulmonary artery for years. Like, it's been about 3 years since we've been able to see it, if not longer. And so for me, I was like, I just don't get it. What makes it so different? Because there's some people that, they can see it every single time, and it's not nearly as hard. And she was explaining that it depends on the scar tissue, and it depends on the body mass kind of thing, like your skin tissue, as to whether or not you can see that stuff as easily. And so I thought that was kind of interesting. I loved and respected the fact that she was willing to discuss that with me and not make me feel like I didn't matter and that my concerns weren't valid. And so I'm super grateful for her and for the doctors that we have and the help that we've been able to get through the doctors and through the cardiologist, and like being able to the cardiologist loves the fact that Becca's on the vitamins that she's on, and she just says that the only thing she recommends is taking aspirin as a blood thinner because we don't know how small that one artery is, her left PA. And so it makes it where an overwhelming situation doesn't have to be overwhelming. Have you ever had that where like you've been around somebody or you're able to talk to somebody about something that was super overwhelming at first, and then the more you got into it, the more you were like, oh, Thank you. That's super helpful for me, and it helps me to know that I've heard and I'm valued, and it's something I really appreciate. And so that's what we're grateful for this week. We're grateful for our veterans and our cardiologists, or doctors in general, because I do have some pretty amazing doctors that my kids have been able to see over the years, and I'm so grateful for them and for the hard work that they put forth. And especially right now with all the craziness going on, I'm so grateful for the fact that we still have doctors available, and we still have nurses, and we still, like, they're not sick and they're not overrun. And so I'm really grateful for the fact that we're able to do these things and that we're able to have these things. And so, I mean, I tell my husband all the time, I'm like, we're so lucky that Becca was born when she was, because if she was born even, 20 years earlier? Yeah, I think it was about 20 years. She would not have been able to survive her heart defect. So she was part of my generation, or younger, like just a little younger than my generation, then she wouldn't have been able to survive. And that's something to really kind of reset your perspective and your gratitude. And so I want to challenge you guys this week to find something that resets your perspective and challenges you just a little bit, to make it so that you are able to see those little things that you should be grateful for and that you are grateful for. You just don't realize that you're grateful for these things because you just have it, you know? Focus on the things that matter. Focus on what makes you happy, and, you know, enjoy this life. You only have one of them, and it's going to go by quickly. And so I just want to challenge you guys to find that one thing, even if it's just one, you know, where you can find that extra gratitude, that extra happiness, and bring it forth and, you know, say something. So hope you guys have a good week. Thanks for tuning in and listening to my ramblings again. We'll see you later.